Collective. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna get this YouTube video up on Instagram. That's because a lot of people are not being notified. Hi Ashley, how are you? Hello, 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 ladies. How is it going? How's it going? I'm super tired tonight, you guys. Are some of you really exhausted? Is that new moon really like kicked ass? Yeah. I feel like the masculines are going through a time right now, what I'm hearing, where they're almost like punishing themselves. I don't know why I'm hearing this, but I am. Interesting. It's like they're going through a time where they're like punishing themselves, what I'm saying. And a lot of you are going to meet new love and trust, okay? There's been a really huge shift of timelines when it comes to divine union, if you want to say. You want a spiritual job? Well, it's not easy work, I'll tell you that. Okay. I feel like the masculines right now are having a lot of delusions. I'm hearing delusions, issues around delusions or like paranoia. I don't know why I'm hearing this. Okay, but the masculine collective is being pushed into some form of awakening. Yeah, Ellen, I would recommend cutting cords with that person. I actually have a service on my website where I can cut cords for you. Remove his energy now is what I call it. Yeah. Okay, so the energy is crazy. I've been having pressure on my head, and I had a little vertigo this morning. That was intense. That was intense. So see what the moon did to the masculine collective. What's it doing to the masculine collective? I get a visualization of the Tower card, so I won't be surprised if that comes out. But for some of you, like, this is going to be a turning point. I'm going to be really brutally honest for you guys. Some of you, it's going to be at a turning point where there's going to be new love coming in for some of you. That may be a better energetic match, and you're going to have a choice to make the old or new, okay? And it's going to be a really big decision. And I feel like for some of you, the old is going to be very tough for you to accept in your energy right now because there's so much toxicity around this person, okay? A lot of the masculines have hit that point where they're showing their true colors. They've kind of taken on to the dark side, and there's been a lot of toxicity being played out right now. A lot of this is family and ancestral karmic patterns that they're playing out at this current moment. It's just not healthy. The feminine lights the way. The feminine lights the way. So your strength is very important. And if you're dealing with a masculine who's battling the narcissist programming that's being dismantled right now, it's really important to know how to deal with narcissist programming. And one of the things is non-reaction. Do not react, do not fear. Okay, so a lot of you, like I said the other day in a few videos, like you need to let go of that empath side where you feel sorry for them, where you like baby them and enable them and that sort of bullshit. Okay, so the masculines are serving some really heavy karma right now, especially if they've been kind of, you know, into that manipulating narcissist programming bullshit. Okay, so for For a lot of you, there's that, and the masculines can no longer manipulate the feminine as they have risen above the energy of this bullshit. Okay, so a lot of you have excelled in one way or another. Like, there's no fooling you, feminines. What I'm hearing, there's no fooling you, okay? So they're emotionally detached right now is what I'm getting, okay? They're very emotionally detached. There's a lot of game playing with the masculines, too. A ton of game playing. So I feel like that for some of you watching, you've outgrown this connection. How are you, ladies? How are you? How are you doing? So the masculines are a bit emotionally detached right now. They're trying to turn away from the connection, and this is temporary right now. However, a lot of you are going to have a decision to make. Do I want to even wait for them anymore? Because I feel exhaustion with the feminine collective right now with how the masculines are behaving. It's just exhausting you. And you're like, I just don't want to deal with it anymore. I deserve to be treated better, and that's thing. And that's rightfully so, yeah? So I do feel like that they're blocking themselves intentionally out of this connection right now. And a lot of this is because they don't want to face the emotional turmoil that's coming along with this, and they don't want to face the music of the behavior patterns and the karmic cycles and that sort of thing that's been coming up to be analyzed. Okay, so I do feel with the Chariot, though, that eventually they're going to try to come towards the feminine again, but there's going to be a lot of setbacks. And this is divine protection for the feminine as well. Because the way the masculine and collective on a worldwide basis, and this is going to include a lot of men, you know, you guys, it's been very heavy. It's very, very toxic. There's been tests, and I feel like that there was a curse sent out on men lately. That's just what I feel, and this could be family karma or curses playing out, that sort of thing. Yes, you got to let them fully go. You got to let them fully go. They're not aligned right now. They're not aligned. There's just some orchestrated events playing out with the judgment here. I feel like that they're being judged by a higher source right now. Okay, and I do feel that they're being blocked from you so you can remain in the high priestess energy, okay? You guys are in this high priestess energy. You guys are aligned. You're protected. The divine feminine, if you are in your divinity right now, is very, very protected, okay? Unfortunately, there's a lot of plants coming in. The masculines are even kind of triangulating right now. They've been really taken by some darkness, and they're playing some games. Very dark games, too. And this is where a lot of you are at this decision because you're in high priestess mode. You're like, do I want to even deal with this anymore? Do I even want him back anymore? Do I want to deal with this bullshit anymore? And the masculines keep looking backwards. They're not looking forwards. Okay, and they're very self-destructive right now. Okay, and you know, a lot of them are insecure. There's some really heavy insecurities coming up right now. Okay, and they do owe the feminine some karma, essentially. Yeah, deep despair. I figured this would come out too. Deep despair with this moon. Okay, so whatever's happening right now with the judgment, they are being judged, they are being tested. This is all divinely orchestrated right now to expose truth before you went further with this connection is what I'm hearing, okay? So they've been blocked with you, blocked from you energetically. They're energetically purposely blocking from you. They're trying to turn away from you because you're untouchable right now. You are untouchable. If you are aligned, you guys, if you need a clearing with me, okay, I can help get you out of the darkness. If you're having energy attacks, you're having despair and depression, you're kind of resonating like this is on your end right now, please consider booking a clearing with me because I can help you get aligned into the high priestess. Once you get to the high priestess energy, which is the ultimate divinity, that is where you're untouchable. That is where you're untouchable, okay? And you're at another level. The masculines are in a low vibrational energy. They're not well, and this is being exposed. That karmic cycle is being exposed. They're in really bad despair. You know, they can't seem to bust through things right now. They can't seem to get their way with things right now. Okay, and their games are running out. Their games, they can't play their games anymore. Nothing's working. They're trying to poke at the feminine some as well. It's been coming up in private readings as well. But they realize that they have to be an energetic match in order to balance with you, and this is part of the problem. They're not an energetic match. With the Two of Cups, though, they know they need to be to move forward with the feminine, okay? And that's part of the problem here, and this is where the universe is going. You know, the feminine has passed test. You guys are untouchable right now. You're in this place of divinity, but masculine, you're not. So you need to be taken away from the feminine right now, and you need to be blocked out, and you need to reflect. And they've been trying not to reflect. They've been trying to play ego, trying to pretend everything's fine, trying to pretend they're okay, but this is short-lived. Eventually, the darkness catches up to you, yeah? And this is where I feel like the ancestors are coming in, and, you know, spirit is coming in, that sort of thing, trying to push them and to see what they're doing. They're very self-destructive right now, very self-destructive. So don't like buy into their cocky attitude and that sort of thing, because it's very self-destructive behavior. So the behavior is self-destructive, okay? And a lot of them are trying to manifest you and pull at their at your energy, okay? And this is where it's going to get really heavy for you, okay? This is where it's going to get really heavy for you, is when they try to manifest you in. So they're trying to pull at your energy right now, but I feel like with this blockage, it's just not going to fly with you right now, okay? So whether you're blocking, there is a block coming in, though. Some of them are going to come towards you, though, yes, because you release them 100%, they're going to come in towards you. But they may not come towards you more until March. They're really indecisive right now. They don't know what they want. They're very confused. I feel a confusion with the masculine collective. And I feel like with the Five of Cups, there's just deep despair. Okay, there's so much deep despair and kind of a mental illness type of energy coming out with them. They're definitely at a crossroads, though, but they're blinding themselves to truth. Okay, they're blinding themselves to truth. And a lot of the masculines right now, they're playing blame games. You know, they're playing all these games. Oh, it's not me. It's the feminine. It's all her fault. And a wise person doesn't do blame. Okay, a wise person sees above that blame. And the masculines are in such a regressed, immature place emotionally that instead of reflecting, they're just like, it's your fault, it's your fault, it's your fault. And a lot of them are very bitter right now. They got a lot of anger. Okay, and this is their inner child exposing. And anger and rage, you guys, is a fear-based energy. So if the masculines are in anger or rage right now, which a lot of them are, this is fear, okay? This is a lot of fear-based energy coming up, and this is their inner child, you know, screaming for attention at this current moment, is what I'm hearing, okay? It's their inner child triggered at this current moment. And, you know, their ego, their outside ego is just wearing out, okay? It's wearing out. People can feel their energy. They can feel the toxicity. They can feel the imbalance. They're very imbalanced right now. And it's just not going to work. You know, the masculine was able to hide behind his ego for a long time, okay? And a lot of them are chasing karmic connections, because these karmic connections feed their ego, but this is going to catch up over time as well. They're going to be drawn to the light, to the feminine, because you hold the energy, you hold the divinity, you hold that energy, and they see the feminine in high regards here with this world card, okay, but they feel weighed down. They feel very triggered by the feminine energy, okay. It almost causes them psychic attacks. Your energy does right now, because the light that you are embodying, the divinity that you're in, it brings up the shadow that they have deep inside of their souls at this current moment, okay, and it triggers them. Like, your energy drives them mentally insane. They can't handle it, okay, and this is because of the imbalance. They're just simply not aligning with you at this current time, okay. So there's this lack of alignment right now going on, and, you know, they're weighed down by it. And a lot of them, what they're doing is they're trying to get their old life back. They're trying to get their childhood back. Where's my comfort? And this is that inner child going, where can I get that sense of home? Where can I get that sense of security? Where can I get that feeling again where I felt, what in their minds anyways, I felt comfort and I felt at home and I feel safe. But in actuality, a lot of them have toxic childhoods as well, so that's not even safe. So running back to your old life and that sort of false safety net is only going to be short-lived as well. So they're trying to kind of run from the truth. And self-reflecting, okay. So for a lot of you, there's gonna be commitment coming, okay? They're gonna try to come to you when they see this, okay? Yes, okay. They want commitment, they want romance, they want it all with you. But I feel embarrassment in the masculine collective as well. Look at their fear, yeah. They're really worried and fearful of coming towards you. Also, some of them want to come towards you and ask for help, but there's a big ego behind this. Like, hey, I'm having a hard time. Like, they want to tell you the truth. Like, I'm sorry for what I did. Like, there's a huge ego behind doing this, yeah? That's what I'm seeing. So there's a lot of fear around them. There's commitment phobe energy and that sort of thing. They feel like the feminine's done with them permanently. You know, that's where a lot of them are trying to get attention. Okay, you guys might be mirroring back and forth. But this is where a mirroring can be a really huge consciousness trap, you guys. So if they're mirroring your energy or trying to trigger you, that sort of thing, it's important that you rise above that, okay? Yeah, see, there's an energy block between the two of you. You may notice that the masculine, if you're still able to energetically connect and feel his toxicity right now and feel him dumping in you, this is where you need to cut cords. You might want to get a clearing with me, okay? Because that means you're still in a lower vibrational energy and you have not gotten to the surrender stage 100%, okay? So the masculines, their bitterness, their nastiness, they're not forgiving, the resentment, that sort of thing. They're not forgiving people from their past. They're not being forgiving towards the feminine if you hurt them. They're just being they're being very aggressive right now. So I feel like it's really important that you stay away. I mean, the conniving games and that sort of thing that I've been getting in readings too, I mean, it's a little ridiculous. Okay, so it's important for the feminine to forgive the masculine and have understanding that, you know, he's in this toxic place, but do not enable it. I feel like with honesty and positive energy in reverse, I'm going to keep it that way because they're not really being honest with themselves, and they're obviously in a very low vibrational energy, and they're just not really like turning that around. That's what I'm getting. Okay, they're not really turning that around. All right, so I'm going to get some cards here. Some of you want to cut cords though, because this person, what they're doing is they're swirling around your energy and trying to telepathically connect to you, and you may want that privacy right now or that disconnect. Okay, it's important that you, viewer, energetically surrender. I was in denial. Yeah, a lot of them have been trying to deny this connection. That's very clear. I've been picking that out very much. I'm going to fight for us. So this is when you fully surrender. They're going to fight for this connection. Okay. That is when they'll fight for it. As long as you're enabling and you're trying to get them back and you're trying to chase them, viewer, they won't. You are my queen. I regret how I handled things in the past. I feel heartache. So I'm going to leave that right there, you guys. I got to do some private readings now and some more things on Instagram. I will post on Patreon in the next day or two. Okay. Ashley, that's a myth, okay? That's a myth. You are not bind. Did you know? Okay, I'm sorry. The twin flame shit gets a little out of hand. Okay, I understand divine counterparts, but that is not true, okay? That is bullshit. When you are like this with somebody, courted to somebody, that's a binding spell. Get that shit off. That's going to create obsession. That's going to create a consciousness trap. That's going to keep you in a programming, okay? Because you have the right to your sovereign soul, okay? That is false. I don't care what you call your connection, twin flame, twin game, counterparts, whatever. That is not true. You are not energetically like this is somebody. Okay, that's not true at all. All right, you guys. So you have a beautiful evening. Bye-bye.